What you're about to witness might upset you. I respect all training efforts, but truth and realism are the goals here. No offense. I remember going to a seminar a few years ago, and the guy gets up in front of the group and he says, I can show you 100 ways to deal with a gun threat from the front. And I looked at my training partner and I said, are you ready to go? This is the beginning of the seminar, because I don't want 100 ways to do something that's going to be the most stressful thing that I've ever seen in my life. I want 1 or 2 ways that are going to work. So when somebody comes to me and I see their curriculum and it's, you know, a manual this thick and it weighs 25 pounds, to me that's an ego stroke. That's look at all the different cool stuff that I can do. I don't care. I want to know, how can you get the 35-year-old accountant to his car, through the parking garage, and back to his house as safely as possible? Not, here's 17 different ways of how to do a knife defense for an ice pick stab. You know,
What about the art, though, Ryan? What about that pursuit?
Yeah.
Is there value in that, in your opinion?
I think there's value in it as long as you're doing it for the art of it. As long as you're not misunderstanding the two. If your goal is to study something because you enjoy the study, fantastic, have at it. You know, if the goal is to enhance your survivability, I think it's counterproductive. I think your mind and your body is going to be so full of stuff, and because curriculums are often padded as a way of retaining students, as a way of keeping students longer, it's very difficult to recall that information under stress, and that you have to pad curriculums with things that are less effective. That's just the truth. I know that the things that really work, Jeff Thompson used to say, you can write on the back of a postage stamp. Look at how most MMA fights end. They're one of about 4 or 5 ways. Guys know thousands of techniques. So padding curriculums to retain students generally means putting a lot of stuff in there that's less effective.
So stop it?
So stop it. Yeah, the first thing we did when we left the other Krav Maga organization and started Fit to Fight was we looked at what we could remove, not what we could add, because, you know, we were bringing in all of our influences from wrestling and boxing and kickboxing and things like that. We didn't look at what we could add. We looked at what we could take away.